If you are a home buyer and you are in this competitive seller's market, there are a couple things that you absolutely should not do. Let's talk about them. Hey, what's up? My name's Faina Jarabek. I'm a real estate agent here in Seattle, Washington, and after helping tons of buyers get under contract and close with their properties in a market where more is on the line than ever before and the stakes are high and the market's changing every single day, it's important that you have no hiccups, no mistakes, and a seamless transaction experience. So let's talk about it. And real quick, 2 seconds, if this video turns out to be helpful, please leave a like and subscribe so we can help more people. Number 1 home buyer mistake to avoid: thinking you'll get approved and not talking to a lender before home shopping. Now, any realtor worth their salt will not take you out to show property without a pre-approval letter from a trusted lender, but you shouldn't even start your home search without knowing exactly how much you can afford. As long as you have everything you need, it'll take less than a day to see how much you can afford in this market, so you have a baseline to shop from. Because the worst thing that could happen when you wait to get pre-approved is that perfect property that has everything you want and need comes on the market and sells right from under you because you couldn't get your income documents to the lender. Let's not be that person, and let's be responsible so that sellers know that you are serious. Go get that pre-approval letter before you shop for homes. Number 2 buyer mistake to avoid, and this one sucks to see, is when buyers are not prepared for all the costs associated. Remember, in addition to your down payment, you need closing costs and inspection and appraisal fees saved for. I tell all my buyers have around 2% saved for closing costs and at least $1,000 saved for both inspection and appraisal. Now, not too many people are having an inspection in this market, but I do recommend it whether you are waiving it or not. And I hate to see buyers who are unprepared go under contract and then find out that they have to scrape up the last of their savings and feel really uncomfortable in their financial situation because they didn't know about those costs. So a general rule, always overestimate. I would say have 50% more than what you think you need. If your minimum down payment is $10,000, have $15,000 saved. If you're putting down $20,000, have $25,000 to $30,000 saved just in case. It's so much easier to be faced with a sudden cost when you have those reserves saved rather than deal with stress and anxiety of having to cough up the rest of your savings. Number 3 first-time homebuyer mistake to avoid: having unrealistic standards. Now, this accounts for too high standards and too low standards. So let's say I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a garage and a fully fenced yard. Doesn't seem like too much to ask for, right, in this market? That's a different video. But on the one hand, if these are my standards, but the only thing on the market is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom without a garage, but it's got the yard, and I just go under contract for that because I'm desperate for a place to live, but I'm gonna need to move 3 months later anyway because it doesn't fit my family. And it turned out that after I went under contract with that house, my perfect house showed up a week later when I couldn't back out. What I probably should have done is just kept to my standards, waited it out for just a little longer, and went for that ideal home. Now, most of us don't buy things if they're not what we want. If I'm looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath garage with a fully fenced yard, and my budget is $500, but the minimum this type of house goes for in my preferred location is $700,000, then my standards are pretty unrealistic, and I won't be able to find anything, and I'm going to be looking forever. So in this case, I either need to downgrade my expectation, or I need to look in other areas where I can afford it. So it's important to be realistic on your budget and the type of house that you can comfortably live in. Now, in this market, a lot of people are dropping their standards and overpaying for things that don't even fit their criteria, which it sucks. But if you play your cards right and keep those standards in mind, that's gonna help you have a really clear expectation for what you're gonna get. Alrighty, last homebuyer mistake for this video. And this does relate to your expectations a little bit, but homebuyer mistake: looking for your dream home in your first home. Now, I don't know about you, but my dream home is like a $20 million mansion on the waterfront. And without getting into it too much, I can't afford that yet. But what I really mean by this is if the house has my 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and my garage, but maybe the yard isn't fully fenced and it's a little old on the inside, I can put in a fence. I can fix up the inside. It's very rare that you find a house on the market that hits all of your boxes. And because it's so competitive, it's really important to keep your standards realistic and understand that it's better to buy something that doesn't quite hit your standard, but will serve you financially for years to come. As long as this market keeps going the way it does, your house is going to appreciate 10% a year in Seattle at least, and it's going to be worth a lot more when you're ready to go buy what's actually your dream home. So don't look for your dream home, look for a home that's let's say good enough, right? Look for something that's a sound, safe investment for your current situation and let that compound into an investment that you can use to get your dream home later. With that being said, those are of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing from first-time home buyers in our current market. Let me know if this was helpful, and if you'd like a part 2, I unfortunately have a lot more to speak on when it comes to home buyer mistakes. And if this was helpful, please drop that like and subscribe to keep seeing my content and make smart real estate decisions with us. And if there is anything we can do to help you with buying, selling, or investing, my contact information is below. Let's look at your current situation and create a strategy to win in this market. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.